In this video, I'm going to talk you through how you can use Loom to close more clients using the Loom Holy Trinity. Now, you may already be doing one of these three things, but I pretty much guarantee you're not doing all three. And once you start doing that, you'll start to find clients close a lot easier. I'm going to talk you through what these three things are, and at the end, I'm going to explain why they work. It's a really interesting thing to grasp and understand. The first thing, the most obvious and the most common use is to use Loom for manual outreach. What I mean by this is identifying someone in your target market that you want to work with. Let's say you're a web design agency and you spot a website for a client that definitely needs some work on it. What you do is you'd film a video of yourself reviewing their website, saying, hey, if you added a nav bar here, it's going to improve user experience. If you added a button down here, it's going to increase your conversion rate. You would do a review of that person's website and you would send that video to them. This is an insanely personalized way of reaching out, and although a lot of people are aware of it, still not many people do it. The exact reason as to why not many people do it is why it's so effective. It takes time and effort, and that really shines through when you're reaching out to someone cold. Now, you've probably already heard of that. If you haven't heard of that as an approach, start doing it. But these other two methods are the ways that you probably haven't heard of, and they're the things that are going to make a huge difference. So second in the Holy Trinity is using Loom post-sales call. So let's say you've just gotten someone onto a call and you've been through that entire call process and they're not closing on the call. You need to follow up in a week or so, the timing's not right. A myriad of different excuses, reasons, objections, whatever it may be. What we're going to do is as soon as the call finishes, while it's fresh in our heads, we're going to record a Loom video summarizing the call and summarizing our pitch to that prospect, and then we're going to send it to them. So when I'm on a call, I make loads of notes. You probably make notes yourself, or if not, it'll be fresh in your head. And the first thing I do, and you should do when you're recording a Loom to send to prospects you've just spoken to, is to summarize all of their pains and their goals. There are several reasons we're going to do this. One, we want to get them back into that state of recognizing they have the pain and they need it resolved. Two, we want to get them to remember what their goals are. Three, we want to remind ourselves. We can use this Loom video as a way to prompt ourselves as to what the needs of that prospect are. So for example, let's say I have a call with someone and they say, your solution's fantastic, it's not right for us right now because of external factors, but in 6 months' time, we're going to be in an ideal position to take this on. If you're like me and you have loads of calls on a weekly or daily basis, you're genuinely not going to remember that person in 6 months' time. There'll be a note in your CRM saying follow up. But what you can do is you can add that Loom video to your CRM and then you can watch it, and that reminds you, I remember all the clients' pain points, I remember what their goals are, and I remember what we pitched them. So it helps you stay in line. In addition to helping you stay in line, it helps the prospect. The prospect can watch that video after, and most of the time they do watch it, and it takes that interaction out of the call. Often you have state changes that differ. So you might be on a call, and on the call it's like, yeah, 100% I'm going to take this person up on this offer. And you've probably been through it too. You come off the call and a day later your state completely changes and it's not in your mind. We want to link the state of them not being on the call to everything we discussed in the call. And you can do that with the Loom video. It's like a bridge between the time they spent on the call and the time they spend outside of the call, and it sort of bridges that gap and reminds them that we're still there. So as a summary as to what you put in those videos, to begin with, we're going to summarize all the prospects' pain points. Then we're going to summarize their goals. Then we're going to talk about whatever it is that we pitched to them. We're going to put all that in the video and we're going to send it over to them immediately after the call, because that increases the chances of them watching that video. And as a side note, if they have multiple decision makers in their company, it allows them to send that video directly to the decision makers instead of them being a middleman relaying your message to those people. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this little guy's got a message for you. Firstly, hope you're enjoying the video. He says, if you are enjoying the video and you can consider leaving a like, comment or subscribing, it would be greatly appreciated because you'll see more content that's going to benefit you. Also, for every like, comment or subscribe, he gets a dreamy, so there is something in it for him. He's not completely unbiased. But yeah, hope you enjoy the video and I'll see you again soon. Let's go, continue. Now finally, in that Loom Holy Trinity, we're going to use Loom videos in our follow-up. This applies to both pre-call and post-call follow-up. And the reason we're going to do this is to build massive trust and to set ourselves aside from everyone else that prospect is speaking to. The first instance of using this is when someone books a call with us, we're going to send them a very short personalized Loom, only of about 20 seconds or so, which simply says, "Hey John, I saw you applied for a call next Tuesday. I've already checked out your company website." Show their website in the background. "I'm really looking forward to speaking to you about your business." Boom, send that off to the prospect, personalized. If you do this, you'll probably be the only person who's ever done it to that prospect, and as a result, you will be setting yourselves above everyone else they're ever going to speak to. Now, after the call, there can often be a period in which they need to be nurtured further. I'll explain why in a minute. But during that period, we want to stay top of mind. So what we can do is we can use Loom videos to send to those prospects which cover case studies of other clients we've worked with. The glorious thing about this is we don't have to record a specific Loom video for every single prospect we reach out to. We can record a Loom video once of a case study, keep some of the details broad when we introduce ourselves in the video, and then during the video we just talk through the case study. That one piece of content you filmed on Loom can then be used for all prospects you're nurturing. And we can use this exact principle in a myriad of different ways. So we can use it to send case studies to the prospect. We can use it to educate them on how to do something in the process we need set up before we deliver our service. So for example, we run LinkedIn ads for people. We send them a Loom video which says, "Hey, you need to install your insight tag because it's going to be really useful when we get started building your campaign. Here's a quick video on how to install an insight tag." So that's the Loom Holy Trinity. We're going to use Loom videos, firstly, to reach out to prospects in a personalized way. Secondly, to summarize the call that we've had with them, both for our benefit and for theirs. And thirdly, we're going to use it in the follow-up process, both pre-call and post-call, to nurture that lead. So why does this work? Essentially, what we're doing throughout the sales cycle is we're nurturing the prospect and we're trying to increase their levels of trust in us personally and our product or service. For that to happen, a prospect needs to have roughly 7 hours of exposure to us and our product or service. That allows them to build up that trust and make the decision to convert. What we're doing with those Loom videos is we're contributing to that 7-hour timer. Not only are we contributing to that timer, but we're doing it in a way that 99% of other people who deal with their prospects and leads don't do, which again gives us a massive boost to that trust in both ourselves and in our product or service. Because the way that we sell ourselves and our product or service is projected onto the product or service. If we're going the extra mile in the way that we're nurturing that lead, we're probably going the extra mile in the way that we deliver our service. And as a result of that, the trust levels within your prospect's mind of you and your service are massively boosted. So that is the Loom Holy Trinity, how and why it works. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more content, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. It genuinely really helps me and I'd love it if I can help you with more content. Additionally, if you want some help with growing your company, we have something called the Controlled Growth Framework version 3, which we're delivering for people. So if that's of interest to you and you want to know a little bit more, there's a link in the description below where you can apply for a free growth strategy workshop whereby we'll run you through that framework and see if it can be applied to your business. Thank you for watching. Really hope you enjoy this. Check out some of the other videos on the channel and I'll speak to you very, very soon.